Hello everybody, let's continue to learn modern JavaScript. In this session, we are going to take a look at date and time. So in JavaScript, we can create a date, use new date, and it will return the current time for us. And we also can specify the parameter for this date object. For example, 0 means the start time for this object. And we can put like 1 day milliseconds inside. Then it will give us the second day from the start day. And for this case, it can pass a string, the date of string into this date object. It will give us the date object with the corresponding value inside. We also can create a date by putting year, month, date, hour, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds inside. And for the date object, the minimum precision is 1 millisecond. For the date object, we have methods like get full year, get month, get date, get hours, get day. We need to pay attention to this get month. The data value is from 0 to 11. It will map to January to December, and get date. The date range is from 1 to 31. So we need to pay attention to this one. The month is 0 based, but this one is 1 based. So let's take a look at this example. We have the date. We can get the hours. We can get the UTC hours as well, and we can get the difference, the time zone offset from this date object. So for setting methods, we have set full year, set month, set date, set hours, set minutes, set seconds, set milliseconds, set time. And for this case, we set hour with one parameter. It will change the hour to 0 only. And for this one, we set hour, minute, and the second and millisecond. So it will set all the fields to 0. And the date object is very smart. If we input the parameter like this, because we don't have a 32 date, it will adjust automatically to February 1st for us. Similarly, like this, +1, +2, it will adjust automatically, and seconds same. And yeah, the month, the date, it all can be adjusted automatically. Let's take a look at this example, conversion. If we put plus in front of the date object, it will give us the number of milliseconds. It's similar like date dot get time for us. And if we have this part of the code, we get the start from the new date, we get the end from the new date. So we have this duration for this job, and we can use date dot now as well, and it will give us the duration for this same job as well. So if we run it, we will see the difference of these two methods. And for 138, we can see the difference. 138 gives us 6 milliseconds for the task. And for this 154 give us the 6 as well. It looks quite similar to each other. So we can increase the job 10 times by doing 10 times more. And then we can see whether we can see any difference or not. So for this one, 138, this time we get 17 milliseconds and 15 milliseconds on the date.now. So generally speaking, date.now will give us the faster performance on this case. So we in the future programming you'd like to use date.now for the performance issue. And let's take a look another comparison here. So we have the difference from the 2 dates by minus each other, and the other one we get the time, they minus each other. So we see we need to find out which one is faster. So we have this benchmark function is going to do the work, and so we also are going to run each benchmark 10 times. So we will find more accurate result at the end. So for this 185, we get 237 milliseconds for the total work consuming, and for this 186 give us 25 milliseconds. So the get time one is much faster than directly subtract the two date objects. So it's because when we do date minus, it has to convert the date type to the milliseconds to the number first. The get time will directly give us the number. That's why it's much faster. So in the future, if you have that task to do, you'd choose get time. Let's take a look at the last part, the date parse. We can parse the date, use the parse method, and give it a very long string like this. So it will give us the milliseconds value, and we also can construct a new date object with the return of this parse method. So that's all for this session. Thanks for watching. See you next time.